I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about Bellator contender Dillon Danis wants, quote, the easiest payday of his life against Darren Till. Darren Till has yet to find a home since his UFC departure in February 2023. However, Bellator contender Dillon Danis is apparently more than willing to help Darren Till out in spite of the fact that Dillon Danis has not fought since 2019 when Dillon Danis won his second pro MMA fight under the Bellator banner. Dillon Danis has seemingly never stopped calling out people online, initially being known for as the training partner of Conor McGregor. Dillon Danis, the BJJ standout, has now garnered a reputation for saying he will fight people and never doing so, having a fight fall through with YouTuber, boxer KSI most recently, as well as constantly starting online beefs with people. Now it appears that Dillon Danis has turned his attention to another fighter, this time in the form of Darren Till, a former UFC welterweight title challenger. Darren Till parted ways with the UFC earlier this year after losing his third fight in a row to His last fight, he lost to Dracus Duplessis in December. Taken to Twitter, Dillon Danis made a point to call out Till, tagging the former UFC fighter and throwing together a picture of the two side by side. Moreover, he said that a fight with Till would be an easy one and quick cash in his pocket. Based on the record, this is what Dillon Danis says about Darren Till. Easiest payday of my life at Darren Till. Boy is washed. That's interesting. To be clear, there's a lot less interest and belief from the fan base that there used to be when Dillon Danis called people out, given his track record of not showing up to compete. Not to mention, Darren Till has expressed more interest in boxing recently. That being said, a bit about between these two is an interesting. Let's not. It's interesting because I think that's what I was trying to figure out, because we haven't seen Darren Darren Till sign with any MMA organizations. I thought he mentioned that he was going to head into boxing, so I was wondering if that's what Dillon Danis was calling Darren Till out for. I don't know if he was calling him out for an MMA fight. I'm assuming that it would be an MMA fight because he was saying that Darren Till is watched, but with Dillon Danis not having competed in MMA since 2019 and having never competed in boxing, this fight isn't going to happen. This is just, you could go on Dillon Danis' Twitter page, and I'm pretty sure he's probably called out 5, 6, 7 people. Anytime there's a UFC event, he calls out people. Anytime there's a Bellator event, any event where the algorithm can get you into it, Dillon Danis, and not just Dillon Danis, this is everybody. Everybody does basically the same thing now. Get in the algorithm. If someone is trending, throw out your challenge to that person. If they win a main event in UFC, everybody wants to fight them. And this is just fun. I don't know if Devin Till has responded. I don't know where this beef came from. I don't know if this was Dillon Danis responding to Devin Till, but it just seems like a whole lot of nothing. Last time we heard from Dillon Danis, he was supposed to fight KSI, the YouTuber, in January, and the fight was canceled, and we haven't heard from Dillon Danis since January, basically. He did a great interview with Eri Hawani. I think that was last year, December, or in January. It was a great interview. It really was a good interview. Dillon Danis is not a bad guy. He plays the bad guy. It's fun. He plays the heel on Twitter, but he's clearly not a bad guy. I would like to see him fight sooner than later, or do something with his career, not call people out on Twitter. I think he's actually pretty good at this, obviously. But it would be nice to see Dillon Danis, get a bag. That's basically what I'm saying. Whether it's in MMA, whether it's a podcast, whether it's, I don't think he's getting too big of a bag from trolling on Twitter. But, if he can get an MMA fight, if he can get a boxing fight, I honestly, I am Am I a fan of Dillon Danis? No, I can't say I'm not a fan, but I am a supporter of Dillon Danis, and I hope he's just getting a bag, whether it's calling people out or whatever he's doing in his career. It would be nice to see Dillon Danis back in the octagon or competing, since it's been 2019. Darren Till's story, 3 losses in a row in the middleweight division. There's words that he should go into boxing. It seems pretty obvious. Like, that would be a great bag for Darren Till, probably one of the biggest bags of his career. Just went into this celebrity, quote unquote, celebrity exhibition boxing. It would be nice. I've heard something about Darren Till maybe going into bare knuckle fighting. I would think that the bag would be way bigger in boxing. But let me know your opinion of this story. Who do you think would win in a boxing fight or an MMA fight? Darren Till versus Dillon Danis. I'm Jason. The world is yours. Today we had a story about Dillon Danis wants the, quote, easiest payday of his life versus Darren Till. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.